I arrived at my desk at 7:30 in the morning, hoping for 2 hours of focused work before the meeting started. By noon, I had attended 4 meetings, sent 37 emails, and updated 2 status reports. I hadn't done any of the strategic thinking my role supposedly required. This day wasn't unusual. It was typical, and is probably typical for you too. Welcome to the post-project world. I'm Luigi Rondanini, and over 20 years in project management taught me something uncomfortable. We've been measuring the wrong things. We obsess over project delivery, on time, on budget, within scope. But we rarely ask, how much of our budget goes to actually creating value, and how much goes to the overhead of coordinating people? Today, I want to introduce you to a concept that changed how I think about work: the coordination tax. Let me start with a story. Years ago, I managed the treasury transformation program for a major financial institution. $5 million budget, 18-month timeline, 47 people across 12 teams. On paper, it was a success. We delivered on time. We came in under budget. The client was happy, but when I did the post-mortem analysis, something disturbing emerged. I calculated how much of our $5 million budget went to actual value creation: building the system, configuring the software, writing the code, testing the functionality, the work that produced the thing the client was paying for. The answer was $3.6 million. The remaining $1.4 million, 28% of our budget, went to coordination overhead. What do I mean by coordination overhead? I call it the 4M framework: meetings, messages, management, movement. Meetings, status updates, planning sessions, alignment discussions, steering committees. Every hour someone spends in a meeting is an hour they're not creating value. In that treasury program, we calculated over 6,000 person-hours spent in meetings over 18 months. Multiply that by loaded cost per hour, and you get a staggering number. Messages, email chains, Slack threads, status requests, clarification questions. The constant ping of digital communication that fragments attention and consumes time. Research by Microsoft found that the average knowledge worker spends 57% of their time on communication and coordination, not on the skilled work they were hired to do. 57%. Management. The layers of oversight, review, and approval that exist because we don't trust people to coordinate themselves. Every project manager, program manager, and portfolio manager represents overhead. I include myself in this calculation, by the way. My role existed primarily to coordinate others. I was overhead. Movement. The friction of handoffs between teams, work sitting in queues waiting for the next person, context lost when responsibility transfers. Studies of software development show that work spends only 15 to 25% of its life cycle being actively worked on. The other 75 to 85%, it's waiting. Waiting for review, waiting for approval, waiting for the next available person. When I added all of this up for the treasury program, the 28% coordination tax didn't even seem that bad. Industry benchmarks suggest it's often worse: 30%, 35%. In some organizations, 40% or more. Think about what this means. For every $1 million you spend on a project, $300,000 or more goes to the overhead of people coordinating with other people. Not building, not creating, not solving problems, coordinating. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This coordination tax exists because humans are not very good at coordination at scale. When 2 people work together, coordination is natural. You talk, you adjust, no overhead required. When 10 people work together, you need some structure. A team lead, regular check-ins, shared documents. When 100 people work together, you need formal processes, project managers, status reporting, governance frameworks. When 1,000 people work together, You need an entire coordination bureaucracy, program management offices, portfolio governance, multi-layered approval chains. The coordination task scales faster than the organization. Double the people, and you more than double the coordination overhead. This is why large organizations feel so slow. It's not that the people are slow, it's that the coordination machinery consumes ever more resources as the organization grows. For a century, we've accepted this as inevitable. Coordination is hard. Humans need management. Overhead is the price of organization. But what if it wasn't inevitable? What if machines could handle the coordination that humans struggle with? What if that 28% or 30% or 40% coordination tax could be reduced dramatically? What would organizations look like if most of that overhead simply disappeared? Let me walk you through what a typical day looks like today. Then I'll show you what it could look like tomorrow. Today, you arrive at work and check your calendar. 6 meetings scheduled. You open email, 47 new messages since yesterday. You spend the first hour triaging, deciding what needs response now versus later. 9 o'clock. Daily stand-up. 15 people go around sharing status that's already in the project management tool. 30 minutes for information that could be read in 5. 10 o'clock. Status review with leadership. You present the same information you shared yesterday, formatted differently for a different audience. 11 o'clock. Cross-team coordination meeting. Dependencies need to be discussed. Handoffs need to be planned. Much of this could be automated, but the systems don't talk to each other. Noon. Lunch at your desk, catching up on Slack messages you missed during the meetings. 1 o'clock. Governance review. Risk register updates. Budget variance explanations. 2 hours of ceremony that exist for audit purposes. 3 o'clock. Finally, you have an hour to do actual work. You start on that strategic analysis you've been meaning to complete. 3:20. Slack notification. Can you jump on a quick call? Your focus shatters. 4 o'clock. Team retrospective. What went well? What could improve? The same issues from last sprint that no one has time to fix. 5 o'clock. You leave, having created almost nothing of value, but having coordinated extensively. Sound familiar? Now imagine tomorrow. You arrive at work. The system has already analyzed overnight activity. Your personalized briefing highlights 3 items need your attention. 2 decisions await your input. 1 emerging risk you should know about. No email triage. The system has categorized everything. Urgent items are flagged. Routine items are auto-responded. Informational items are summarized. No daily stand-up. Status is visible in real time on the dashboard. Everyone can see what's in progress, what's blocked, what's complete. No status meetings with leadership. Leaders have access to the same dashboard. They receive AI-generated briefings tailored to their questions. No cross-team coordination meetings. Dependencies are tracked automatically. Handoffs are orchestrated by the system. Exceptions are escalated for human judgment. By 10 o'clock, you've addressed the 3 items needing attention and made the 2 decisions. The rest of the day is for creative work, strategic thinking, complex problem solving, building relationships, the work you were hired to do that your education prepared you for, that creates actual value. This isn't science fiction. The technology exists today. What's missing is the organizational operating system to deploy it effectively. That's what OrbOS is designed to provide. Before we go further, I want to distinguish between 2 things that often get confused: practices and ceremonies. Practices create value. They're ways of working that produce better outcomes. Code review improves quality. Customer interviews reveal needs. Prototyping reduces risk. Practices are worth investing in. Ceremonies consume value. They are rituals that exist because of coordination overhead. Status meetings, governance reviews, multi-layered approvals, ceremonies are worth eliminating. The problem is that many organizations have confused ceremonies for practices. They've convinced themselves that the daily stand-up creates value, when really it's just compensating for the absence of transparent status. They've decided that the steering committee is necessary governance, when really it's just the overhead of hierarchical decision-making. When you can distinguish practices from ceremonies, you can keep the first and eliminate the second. So where does this leave us? The coordination tax is real. It consumes 25 to 40% of organizational resources. It exists because humans struggle to coordinate at scale, and it's been accepted as inevitable for a century. But AI changes the equation. Machines can coordinate without the overhead. They can track status in real time, route information to whoever needs it, orchestrate handoffs automatically, flag exceptions for human judgment. The post-project world isn't about eliminating human contribution. It's about redirecting human contribution from coordination overhead to the creative, strategic, and ethical work that only humans can do. In the next episode, we'll explore what this means for project managers specifically. Gartner predicts that 80% of project management tasks will be automated by 2030. What happens to the profession? What happens to us? The answer might surprise you. It surprised me. If you want to calculate your own coordination tax, we've built a tool for that. Visit orbaos.com and look for the coordination tax calculator. It takes about 5 minutes, and the results are usually eye-opening. I'm Luigi Rondanini. This has been the Post-Project World. Thanks for listening.